All right, welcome everyone. We're back. We took a little bit of a break from last week, but we're back. We got the crew. We got Ja, Jonay, and Iva. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
We up in here.
What's everybody sipping on?
Ooh,
Modelo.
what kind of Modelo, Joe?
Modelo. Mango and chile. Ooh, oh, nobody can
Oh,
see.
okay.
But it is an
Right.
orange, yellowish can with
Okay.
the Modelo symbol. It is
Okay.
delicious.
Okay, for the description. All right,
Right.
Iva, what you sipping on?
I am sipping on a little concoction of Amsterdam vodka, flavored vodka. I think I'm sipping on the mango, or I'm sorry, the pineapple with a peach Lipton iced tea, which I usually will hit the peach with the peach, but I had pineapple and mango today. But so that's what we're doing, and it still tastes good.
All right, Ja, what you sipping on?
I have a lovely moxtail, which I am really hyping up, which is made by Minute Maid and tropical Minute Maid. But it's my moxtail for the evening. After this will be the real happy hour.
A mocktail. What you drinking, Lovey? She trying to make us feel like we drunks.
Well, my drink is a little boring because I just got through eating not too long ago. So I have the tea of the South, the peach drink. Let's which couple do you want to jump into? Because we're gonna collectively talk about the two episodes from last week, in addition to the two from this week. So, which couple would you like to start with, Jonay?
Can we start off with Steve and Michelle? Let's
Okay.
just get them over with.
Over with.
Ah,
Period.
So I actually got Michelle this week because it made sense. If you didn't have physical attraction, why you just say from day one?
Well, I understand Steve's point. It's all brand new. You're still getting to know one another, so you have to allow things to develop. Now, I'm not going to come out and be like, you know what? I don't even like you like that. I'm not feeling you like that. But then who's to say that that valve might turn on 24 hours later? So I'm with Steve. Look, I'm allowing to
mm-mm-mm.
the process to continue on so that we can see if the feelings are going to develop. Period.
Okay. Okay. I'm with Michelle for the simple fact that if you don't like me, I dig it. It's cool. We can work on it. However, don't tell the world, don't tell the neighbor, don't tell Miss Mary Mack that you're not feeling me before you tell me. Because if we can try to work on stuff, then you should know, especially with how you know that I have a problem with cheating, which is a betrayal. You know, I have trust issues. Why wouldn't you tell me that? Because that actually will work into stuff. You have trust issues. You don't want to be with me. You know, maybe I wouldn't be bugging you to try to get on the luge. Maybe I wouldn't be bugging you to try to get in this kayak or wherever the hell that was. She was bugging him to get in when she actually did get in. And he wouldn't feel obligated to get in it because, well, I don't like her like that. So maybe let me just, give her something. I feel like it was escape. And I think I understand what his friend was trying to say. Oh, you didn't mean it like that. His friends, but your friends are not thinking how I'm thinking. Like, tell me straight off first so we can work it or work it out or not. Don't tell everybody else and then wait 6 weeks. We halfway through the shit. You could have let me go earlier when I said leave at first. Why you didn't say leave? I want to stay because I want to build. Build on what? What?
Well,
You don't even think
actually,
I'm
at this
cute.
point, Iva, they are in 3 months. They
They
mentioned
are.
3 months, and
They
that should never
are.
been 6 weeks. Okay.
They are.
So Michelle, she was already done when he had the initial conversation about the lack of attraction. Okay. But then she sat on the couch. She listened to the words of advice for her child, I think it was her daughter,
Daughter.
that said, continue to give this a go. Me, I'm not probably going to listen to the opinion of somebody else. I'm probably going to follow my heart because nobody has to sit in the shoes that you're in and deal what you're dealing with you, not her daughter. But then she gave it a go. So then it was like, oh my God, we got to look at this whole epic failure again and we got to drag this whole goddamn thing out. That's how I felt about it. Like, I'm ready for y'all to go and get on the chopping block and just poof, be gone. So at that point, at first, Michelle was getting on my nerves. Or the last couple of weeks, Steve, I'm with you guys all. Steve, you are now getting on my nerves because it's looking like that's what you're holding on to. You just don't want to be with me. Just say that. I don't need to be like, I'm trying to get this physical attraction, because Michelle has never said really whether or not she was really attracted to him or not. And why are you talking about physical attraction? Like, how old are we, Steve?
52 and 48.
Are we all just going for that at this age right now, Steve?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean about physical attraction? What do you mean? So relationships at this twilight age, as people want to call us, even though we're only in our 40s, early 50s. I'm not Twilight. I don't give a hell. That's a movie. So people feel that, oh, you should get with someone because it's comfortable, because you can do old things with them, or you can, what does she say, we can go to the old folks home, blah blah blah, and do that type of stuff. I don't believe that. I believe when you get with someone, period, no matter what age you are, you need to act the age that you are. Y'all need to do stuff. You still need to get together and combine. It doesn't need to be based simply on sex, because we're not, 22 and 23 years old. However, you do need to have that kind of attraction.
How in TF
Mm-hmm.
you basing something off physical attraction when you married a stranger that you had no idea what they look like? Steve, I'm gonna need you to go the fuck on with that, okay?
Oh, okay, but you're not basing it on physical attraction.
That's what is that's the words he is literally saying. He's saying I am still trying to work on my physical attraction, and that's what
Yeah,
he's saying. It. He's
yeah.
basically, how many times you're going to get in front of your friends, and then your friend is going to say, "Oh no, it's not a betrayal." No, well maybe it wasn't
It
a
was.
betrayal. That was a
It
show.
wasn't
No,
a, that's a
no,
stretch. A betrayal,
no. It's not
no.
a stretch. That's her
But it
feelings.
was a
I
slap
felt
in
her.
the
Y'all
face.
have to. It was a slap in the face.
So what
Y'all
he's
have to
saying, I'm
feel
ugly.
her. Exactly, John. Y'all have to feel her on the attraction, or what she's saying is a betrayal. And I understand what she was saying. I think that was divine intervention to give her laryngitis. However, we see that it still did not silence Michelle as it shouldn't have.
But why would
She
you speak about her as if she wasn't at that damn table?
First of all, and we're going to talk about this later, but I have notes on this. I want to know what the hell is up with Josh and Steve. What school did they go to where you talk about something initially with your partner? We're not going to do this explicitly. And
Hmm.
then you go to the same place where they ask you not to, and you talk about it
Hmm.
specifically.
Yeah,
So
because
we said don't mention it explicitly, and then you mention it specifically. So when we finish this with Steve, because I'm pissed at Steve, we're gonna talk about Josh, because I want to sock Josh in his face. That pissed me off. But yeah, but with Steve and his friends jumping, or not jumping on the bandwagon, but be like, oh,
But
I
coming to
understand, I
his
understand. His
defense.
defense,
I
yes.
like that.
As a friend,
Because she was a woman.
she was,
That's
but
why
as
I
a
didn't like
friend,
that.
I would have told them, "Hey, that's my homie," but I don't agree, or I would have acknowledged just what she said. Acknowledge what she's saying, and
Yeah,
that's the whole
validate
thing.
my
They're not hearing.
Oh,
feelings.
that's
Yes,
the same
Yes.
they're
thing.
not acknowledging. So even
Yep.
if you don't agree with her, at least be like, I
I hear
understand
you.
what you say. Exactly, Joe. I hear you. She keeps saying this word betrayal. When you say strong words with that, but that's me and Joe. That's the psychology major. When you keep hearing these certain words, you need to acknowledge those certain feelings. She said
Yep.
betrayal 1,800 times. So don't tell me it's not a betrayal. No, because I'm not hearing that. If I'm feeling it's a betrayal, okay, I understand that you feel it's a betrayal. Let me tell you that he may think it's this, or because I know him, he feels this, he feels this. And all
Mm-hmm.
she said was, I hear what y'all saying, but can y'all understand how I feel? Well, no, he didn't mean it. No. Can
That's
y'all
not
hear
what
what
she's
I'm saying?
saying. Yeah.
Exactly. Can
But
y'all
can I
hear what
make
I'm saying at least?
can
They
I make
didn't hear shit.
I'd like to make a public service announcement.
Oh, oh my
Michelle and Kathy,
God.
when things are not going your way or you don't want to hear what you're saying, you cannot claim that you're being attacked. And now this public service announcement is over. Because I've
You
seen
said
that with
if things
all the
don't go
Karens.
your
You
way,
did.
then what,
The
You
Joe?
Kims
did.
and the
I would give.
Karens do that,
Okay.
and they need to stop.
You
So
see
Jonay, so what I was
Maybe
trying
I
to say
can.
was, I think that I haven't mentioned the twilight age, and I never heard that before, but whatever, D, whatever. But I just feel like when you get to be this age, there are specific things that you're looking for, and some of these things like physical attraction are almost on the bottom. For me, I'm looking for somebody that's going to be good to my kids, has a job, a steady job, right? Shares his money, okay? Doesn't
Ain't
beat my
stingy.
ass. Great.
For real. However, so you still, when you want a little tickle in the pickle or a pickle tickle, you want to go to somebody else. You don't want to be with that person.
No, but what does that have to do with physical attraction? Because when somebody's showing up and they
That
have
is physical
all,
attraction.
I think Steve, what he is saying is valid. However, 3 weeks in would have been nice to know. That's what I would have been like 3 weeks in to say, hey, you know what? Instead of right away, because 3 weeks in, at least you gave yourself 3 chances to kind of develop that. But he's also saying, even though I'm not physically attracted to her, I'm trying to be.
he
Yeah.
said he would do anything for her. He said that. I would do
Right.
anything for this woman.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
point I don't
lovely.
get.
What does it, okay, please help me understand what it is that Steve needs and what it looks like. I don't
He,
get it. 'Cause
he
I'm
needs the physical.
still- I
He,
don't know what it is that you want.
Okay, but we have to understand all that he has had to endure when it comes to Michelle. Her
Mhm,
attitude, her negative vibes.
mhm.
That's not an attractive trait for someone. I'm on Team Steve. I get it. I'm not saying that I'm not open to the possibility of us furthering on so that this can turn around. But at the same time, you haven't really given me much to want to throw my drawers at you and want to whip out my penis. No, you haven't done that.
Okay,
Because
so
she's been
that's what he means by the physical attraction. I always thought that he was saying like, okay, maybe I vibe with her, but she's not what I see physically. That's what I was stuck on, the word physical.
no,
So
and then
right.
what Iva was saying, when you're in your 20s and 30s, the first thing that you look at is a person's looks. But like you were saying, Janine, okay, is this person stable? Do they have a job? You got benefits? You got a car? Do you got your own spot? Do you not live with your mama? Those character traits, what we focus on later on in life, as Iva said, the twilight years.
mhm.
But those have more importance than the physical. Yeah, it helps to have someone who is attractive. Absolutely. But you could be fine as hell and have a nasty attitude, and I don't want no parts of that. So, of course, I'm not going to be attracted to it. So, that's what Steve has had to endure. Because every week, I think they've only had one good week that we've seen where they've had no point of contention in their relationship. So yeah, I'm not gonna be attracted to that if all you doing is bitching and moaning from week to week. But I don't think he's necessarily laid it out
Mm-hmm.
to her that way, which is kind of leaving her feeling as though she's in
And that,
limbo.
right, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That I think that's where it was not clear. When she just kept saying he's not physically attracted to me. It really wouldn't have mattered if he said it to her week 1 or week 6.
Right.
Mhm.
Because it still would have been the same response. Well, actually, week 1 would have been actually like, you don't like me? Okay. And that's it. And she would have held on to that.
The whole time.
Right. So he did protect her, but I think Steve really does like her because even when she's like last night, when she was like, come on, Steve, let's just walk in the water right here, just a little bit. Like
Mhm.
she got him out of his comfort zone. And I think that's the thing that he is really attracted to her. Like, hey, she's really working with me because Steve is stuck in his ways. It's clear. He is really stubborn. So it's hard working with somebody that is stubborn. And every time you say something to them, they get defensive. He doesn't like a challenge. To me, that's what I'm seeing. And she's a challenging woman.
Well,
Not
they're both kind of stuck in their ways because she's still under that mindset that once a cheater, always a cheater, and she probably picked that up back in her 20s. So you talking about
right.
20 something plus years of having a stuck mindset.
Right. So that's where she went from cheater to betrayal. One thing that I did think that Steve has, he's giving her the facade like, I'm a gentleman, I'm a protector, I'm going to take care of you, but you're not attracted to me. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Like,
But I think, like you said, there is a facade going on because
mhm.
Steve knows internally he does not want to deal with these damaged goods. And real, I mean, honestly, Michelle is some damaged goods.
She is.
Mhm.
She is.
But he is breaking her down to, okay, not all men are cheaters. I mean, he took and got her hair done. I mean, even her hair was done, it was okay anyway. But
Right, because I was looking like, what's the difference?
some beach waves. I just think that he needs to be really clear and explain to her, and I think she would get it better if he said, "Hey, what I'm not attracted to you is when we are butting heads, and I can see I'm contributing to that." She would understand that. But
Okay,
just
but you know what? But I think there's a difference between saying I'm not attracted to you versus physically attracted to you. So I think if we took that word physical out of the equation, it might sound a little dummied down because it just sounds like he's saying, I don't like what you look like. That's what it
right.
sounds like to me.
Okay, so I want to know what the hell is in the water over there in Australia where these women don't have any self-confidence, no self-esteem. What the hell? Because we've already seen the insecurities of Kathy, and we've seen it in Michelle, and then it was a third one.
Elizabeth.
Yes. What is in the water? I want no parts of that.
But I think that's why they want to go to this experiment because they can't do things in a traditional way.
Mm-hmm.
True. Okay, so let's talk about Lizzie and Seb. Child, go have a carrot and sit down, okay?
I feel like it's really wrong for Lizzie to bring that past here.
Right.
And you can have those reservations. You can have your, yellow yield sign up and all that. But keep it here. Keep it up here. Don't bring it all out. So they had their commitment ceremony and they both said, let's continue to go, right? But from the day after the wedding and all that, she was just like hot and cold. But he just been cool the whole time, personally.
Not until he told her about her unhealthy eating habits.
But come on, can we pick and choose? Was he really trying to attack you again?
No, not even. He's trying to help you out.
That was nothing to really be defensive about. I mean, she could be like noted and laugh inside, but I don't think that she should. Okay, but then at least she did clearly communicate to him that it bothered her. But to me, come on, we're gonna need to. I'm gonna need for you to not sweat the small stuff and pick your arguments because you got a lot. I mean, every day is not gonna be peachy and cream. So why pick that to be something that you have to have a sit down for?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I'm over Lizzie. I'm just done with her. I think Seb is a good fit for her. Because he's goofy, but he's serious too. It's just like these people don't have like an open mind. Your mind is open enough for you to participate in this experiment, but you're not open enough to be able to understand all of the concepts of making a marriage work. You have to, okay, so maybe I do need to drink some more water. Hey, maybe I do need to eat some more fruits and vegetables. He telling you stop eating like a toddler. Okay, move on. Okay, next, who else we talking about? Because I'm sick of them.
Johnny and Connie. Okay, so with Johnny and Connie, because Johnny's such a mellow guy, you don't know when he's really at a low because everything they kind of do is always fun and she's always laughing and smiling, although he internalizes a lot of things. But I gotta say, I was cracking up when they were, okay, so the last commitment ceremony, they got another go because he said he didn't want to stay or rather, right? And they get this other bonus week to try to make it work. So they was doing these things that she, of course, because I think that she loves, what do they say, love language? I think her love language is quality time. So I was rolling when they were showing the scene of them on the skateboard because she was acting like she could be stable on a skateboard, right? And then she was acting all unbalanced like Lovey would be on a goddamn skateboard. I was like, what the By the way, people, Lovey is in a wheelchair, so we always make jokes about it. Lovey also makes light of herself, but it was hilarious.
I do.
Lovey would have got on there and flew, though. That's the difference.
I probably would have.
I like her goofy side, though, because he brings that out of her. When he is paying attention and he's not on her cell phone, it's all good. But we don't know really sometimes how he feels inside. But at least Johnny does not blindside her. He tells her, and then he'll go sit on the couch and reiterate that. unlike some of these other people that get all these shockers.
True, true. Okay, but
True.
can we give Connie a round of applause for her makeup application?
Yeah, no, somebody's helping her. I don't believe Connie's doing that on her own.
I
I
think
think
she is. She did
is
when
she?
she was in
Because
the remember she was in the mirror before they left to go hang out with his
She
friend.
did her face ain't orange like the rest of them.
right.
She doing her own makeup.
Hmm.
Cool.
Connie,
Mhm.
Yeah, hers is the better of the others. I did not like when I saw Alex with that pigment that she was using. They need to all go to color matching school.
Wrong palette.
Wrong
A
palette.
color matching school.
They
they
need to
do.
go to color matching school. I'm new at makeup, and I know that that's not them heifers color palette.
Can
You
we
have
Boo.
to change it if you get in the sun, and they like to fake tan, so you got to change your foundation.
can we talk about Alex and I can't even think of his
Yvonne.
name.
Yvonne.
Yvonne,
Yvonne's when they went back to Yvonne's house. Can we just
his
talk about
face
that?
is cracked and on the ground.
First of all, for you to be selling $1 million homes,
Why are you
and
driving a Volkswagen? Let's talk about that.
well,
Well,
Volkswagens do
no, no,
well. They do
no.
cost.
The
They do
the
cost.
Volkswagen does come right,
Yeah,
and
they
it's
do
not like
cost.
that was his practical car, as he said, because
Yeah.
you saw he was already a Tokyo drifter. But I'm
Yes.
I'm I'm with them. I wasn't on that part about the cars. I was on about
The
how
apartments
plain your flat is,
with the
and why
IKEA
you got a
furniture.
full. Yes, so you got a full. So that's letting me know you don't have no heifers over. You don't have no company. You got a
Because
full
Uh-oh.
size bed.
he is all about the Rolex and the
Mm-hmm.
suits. He would
Well,
much
His
rather.
priorities are other places.
Right.
boo. Well,
Boo.
she
Cause
dumped
she
him.
was when because I was like, you like my place? I'm looking like, can you decorate it? Can you get? I mean, I'm plain myself. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about being plain, but I'll put a splash of color if I need to. I was just like, you selling $1 million homes, and this what you living
His color was bone. His splash color was
in?
bone.
I kept focusing on the IKEA chair. That's what I kept focusing on, the IKEA chair.
That was a school chair. That wasn't no IKEA chair. That shit
Yes, it
came from the
is.
school.
I know that from
Oh,
IKEA. It's
oh,
it's one of
okay.
the little plastic chairs from IKEA. That's like 10
Boo.
bucks.
But he
So
was looking again like he always looks. He's always got to, because, okay, so they have been my prize couple. They haven't had kinks. They've always been practical. They've teamed together that they want to keep their personal, inside the home or a
We
bed
see
all
why.
to themselves. But then she comes out and then she just tells him, like, she was perturbed about, talking about that because they was really trying to push it out of him. But that didn't have nothing to do with him. Comes out now that she doesn't want to live in what? Sydney? Does he? I think she lives in Sydney. I don't know how far that is from wherever he is.
He lives in Sydney. She lives in Perth. I was gonna look it up, but
Mhm.
once she stated that, to see the difference or the like distance. But as soon as she stated, oh well, I don't see him as romantic, I didn't even look because if you see someone as romantic and you see that they're your soulmate, it doesn't matter. Case in point, I moved from California to Arkansas because I thought that someone was my soulmate. So moving a town over, that don't mean nothing if
He
There's
it's
a
called it.
your person.
Definitely called it.
Yeah.
And he said, "Do you think that because, this is going on, that this is why you probably don't want to make this move?" Because she was talking about going away from her family and her friends and all that. Because it looked like he was shocked. Like he didn't say, "Well, I will move to your side."
He
Or
was, but he probably would. I believe that he would. Well, I thought about that, but I'm like, he is doing, big things where he is. But I feel that he may be arrogant enough to be like, oh, if I'm doing this here, I could do it whatever, and I could do it with her. But I think the fact that he was crying, because I was kind of lightweight crying with him, like, hey, she don't even like you, period, my dude. And we saw how he was because we've all on this panel, we've all had our reservations about how he started off with his parents because I didn't like the way that he treated his mom and all that, and that he was so into her. And then that time where they had the issues to where he was like, oh, am I in trouble? I'm in the doghouse, yeah, because he thought that she was upset. So I reminisced on that, like, wait a minute, if you didn't like him, why was you trying to control him and train him right then at the dinner party?
they're at the 3-month mark. So you kind of maybe she was just giving it lots of chances. But my thing is, so at
No.
this whole time, why couldn't you say no? We haven't, we haven't
Because
Right.
made
it's
home base yet.
nobody's
It is
business.
nobody's business. However, I do see now that y'all are saying that. First thing I said was, "Oh, well, I guess we can tell that they ain't did it."
But it is part of their business because it lets the experts know
Well, yeah,
how they're getting along.
yeah,
And
If they
then,
yeah,
know intimacy has happened.
yeah.
Because
Okay,
on outside they look like a fine couple.
yeah,
But then without that, there's a problem.
yeah.
yeah, but what is he missing to where he wants to, and he being Yvonne, he thinks that she is so in tune and so loving everything, and he is completely missing the mark because she couldn't stand everything. He wasn't the only husband to miss the mark this week with, I think we're getting along great, like a house on fire. That's their little saying out there, right? And oh, we're great. And he wasn't the only one to miss that. Nah, buddy, we ain't doing too good.
So to answer your question, the distance from Perth to Sydney is a 4-hour flight.
You and your fact
Oh,
checking.
so you
So
can't
four
even meet
hour
in the
flight.
middle.
So
You
then
can't
that's a
meet
what?
in
That's an
the middle. I
eight
was like,
hour.
maybe
That's an
in the
8 hour
middle
Yeah,
drive.
somewhere.
like
That's
an
the
8, 9 hour
Vegas.
drive. Yeah.
That's Vegas.
Mm.
Mm.
So yeah, that's a bit of ways. What do you guys think about she being his assistant for the day?
Oh God, he wasn't even utilizing her correctly.
But if you're in the same field, why wouldn't you just pick up and just kick
Right.
in?
Let me sip my drink on her. I was over her because I understood what he was trying to do, even though he was completely missing the mark. But I didn't. I thought that he was missing the mark as a man. And I'm gonna say this, America.
Mhm.
Let me clear this up. As a man, or as men, y'all
Mhm.
are like lightweight clueless. So I'm thinking he's thinking, oh, it's great and hunky dory and hee hee. So I'm gonna show you because I'm in my bag right now. This is my element. I'm trying to show you this is what I do. I'm trying to show you what I bring to the table. Now, yeah, you got on a t-shirt and jeans, and he has on a check outfit because it wasn't pinstripe, right? It was a check outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
he had on his little outfit and his little click clacks, and
Click
he was
clacks.
right, and he
Hard
was
bottoms.
hard bottoms, and he was showing the house. So he like, go ahead, you know how to do this. Step on this. Oh, you can do this fine. Blah blah blah. He just trying to show her. Assistant wasn't really assistant, and she kind of lagged at that because it was lightweight. Like she was like, ugh, I didn't want to do this. I don't want to. I feel like I'm at work. I should have dressed up. I feel okay. So you were already in the mindset of I'm not really feeling him like this, so why I want to help him work. That's where I thought.
Yeah. I was like, this is doing too much. I can't do this. I'm over them already.
Well,
Ugh.
I
I
like the
wasn't
advice of
though.
one of the friends. And was that Johnny and Connie's friend? It was, or who
What if you having a hard time this time, let it go.
yeah,
That was Johnny and Connie.
I I
And what did she
would
say?
listen
Oh,
to that
let's
advice.
find a new friend. Let's not talk to them.
That was some good advice because come on, at 3 months, how much time does it take to know if you vibe with somebody?
Yeah. Or are they just seeing the experiment all the way through?
It just seems like to me at the 3 months mark is the
Nah.
time that you might have start having like little run-ins, different things. Usually you be in this whole honeymoon phase, and we have not seen any of these couples just go through really a nice, seamless honeymoon phase.
No, we really haven't. I mean, Kathy and Josh, they were almost there, but go ahead, Iva. Go. I know you want to talk about them. Go ahead.
No, I no. No. I Josh is not my favorite person at this point right now. I was so happy that Connie will go there, but Connie and Kathy were very vocal and that they were expressive of what their expectations were for these meetings and what they thought, right?
Hmm.
What I didn't like oh no, and Michelle, what I didn't like is that the gentlemen in their lives did the exact thing that they asked them. Especially, let's start like you said with Kathy and Josh. She asked him point blank, "Hey, if you got a problem with me, bruh,
Get
let
it
me
out
know
now.
so that we could talk about it and not discuss it with your family. I don't want to say your mom, but your moms. But let's express it and see what it is, and we can discuss it. And if we can work it out, we can. If we can't, let's at least dead it until we get with ourselves. Oh no, you won't have any surprises left. I understand. I believe it. They get there. He see his mom. It's like he goes into a friggin' trance. What's the first thing you do? Oh, well, we did have a problem. I'm like,
Like, is he
I
opening his
almost called him.
mouth?
I
Yep.
almost called him
And
a
he was
BAN.
wrong.
He had Tourette syndrome. I was like,
Excuse
you
me.
BAN,
BAN stands for bitch
bitch
ass
ass
and fill in the end
N word.
word.
Yes, because I was like, you a straight BAN. That's the first thing. Now, I was already on your side because Kathy can't, she wasn't expressing herself, which I gave her a little credit because, she did. Like they said, she went out and she left her phone off. And he kept saying the 13230, 13230. It was
Right.
125. Okay. So you was out, heifer, and you didn't want to be bothered. We got that. Then you came home. He thought you was dead. That's a stretch because 20 minutes ago, he wrote leave. So why the hell you want to affirm dead, bruh? Got you. So I'm just saying that's just me. So I got that. Okay, bet. So you wonder if I'm dead. I could have told you. Then we get back together. We talk about it. We discuss, not just talk, but we discuss. In America, y'all know discussing is different than talking. They discussed what was going on. She reluctantly decided to go with you for this week because she didn't want to have any problems, sir. Then she goes, packs up because you damn near beg her, lightweight ask her, but damn near beg her to go, saying that you're not gonna do no harm, no foul to her heart. We already know she jaded and she a little, iffy.
Sensitive.
Sensitive. There we go, Joe.
That's what
She
she is.
goes, then she opens up because I commended her because you know that these all of these people have a problem with communication, huh? Like
Yes.
everybody has a problem with communication. So they have a major problem with communication because they don't want to talk to nobody. She just wanted to shut you out, Kathy. So she didn't shut you out. She finally talked to you. And I wrote in my notes, I commend you because you got it together. You know what I'm saying? I did. I'm gonna show y'all my notes. Oh, America, you can't see my notes, but I had to write my notes. She got it together because, like I said, she needs to get out of her head because he needs to be more attentive to her feelings. I feel like when he brought up that incident at the last commitment ceremony, I do feel the blindsiding. I feel that
Mhm.
because she was juiced. So I feel that. So with him doing that last week, I was like, this fool got issues. So then he looks for saving, like from anybody. So now I feel that it's a saving from his mommy. I dig mama's boys. I understand them. However, y'all gotta realize that if you with a person, you gotta be with this person. Now he is looking for saving from his mama, and he did it again, right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
then when she turned around and was like, let's not say this. And the first thing he did in like whatever that editing that wasn't too much editing, shady camera people. They was in there 10 minutes no less. And the first thing he do was boom. Well, yes,
Well,
mom, I understand. And
but
she
in
looking like,
Josh's
the fuck,
defense,
girl,
in
you
Josh's
yeah, please
defense,
defend him because
no, no,
I'm
no.
off him.
And just okay first to echo your thoughts.
Mhm.
Many of these couples suffer from misunderstanding,
Mhm.
misperception,
Mhm.
misinterpreting.
Mhm.
Mhm.
They miss every fucking thing. Cues and a whole okay.
They do. They do. They
But
do.
just in his defense, how does he go and tell Kathy something like that? Like Kathy, oh no, remember when Kathy shared that, she felt the way when
Mhm.
he was having the conversation with what was Big Head?
Right.
Head,
Mhm.
head,
Mhm.
Haley.
Haley Head. Anyway,
Oh, strong back.
so
Mhm.
when she felt the way,
What
it's
we
okay
call her?
for her to come
Silverback.
and say things to
Mhm.
him, but I don't think that he's comfortable telling her exactly how he feels. He's almost in a Johnny situation. He also walks on eggshells. Okay, now his mom. How do you answer a question like that to your mom? Yeah, he could have steered that. Hey, we're going in a positive way. Now, first of all, why was y'all having a conversation when the little kid was sitting there? You know how I feel about kids in a kid's place.
Yeah,
Was he
for
really
real.
bringing that whole conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
You
because
know,
I
white
was looking.
people,
I was
please.
with, yeah, they was pink people. I was watching you, but I think that the baby with the editing, the baby was gone after a while. You know, the baby was in there and he was out there editing. Because I did say the same thing too, Jai. Like, why the hell are y'all talking about this in front of the baby?
But yeah,
But
they rehashed some old thing.
right, and she was
It was
hanging on the
rehashing.
old shit, the mama, because the mama is gonna be your top prior, your cheerleader.
Cheerleader. Hmm.
Yes, and I
And that's why
understand that.
Kathy should have shut it down. Kathy should have spoke up and shut that down.
She should have, Joe.
She
She
should have
should have
shut
said,
that down.
but she
Because
felt
she went to
defeated.
tell
She's not
him,
that. She's not that. No,
but
no.
she took it
She
out
should
on
have shut
him.
that mama. No, she should have shut that mama down, like Joe
But she
Mm-hmm.
said.
could have.
When
But
you
what
did
she
that
did
the first
She
after
should
time,
was
shut both of them down
yes.
personally.
no.
See, I
But
didn't know you
Okay,
that first time.
One
hold on at
person,
a
one
time.
person, one
Oh,
person at a
sorry. Go
time.
ahead. Yeah,
no,
because
but
I'm
what she
mad. Go
did
ahead.
after was she went and told him that she felt his mother felt a certain way. But see, me, I don't give a damn how you feel about me. Because I
Right,
told you
because
that night.
it's obvious the mom really don't give a
Yeah.
freak
Yeah.
about how you feel. If you
Eh,
come in directly at me, I'm gonna check the both of y'all at the same time.
Mhm.
say it
Mm-hmm.
again, love. Say it again.
I'm gonna check y'all
At
at the
the
same
same
time.
And that's
damn
what she should
time.
have done. She
That's
should
what
have
she
said,
should have
because the
done.
mom was a cheerleader for her son, rightfully so. But at the same time, you're not in this relationship.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
I don't give a damn. So you don't like how I treat your son? Tell your son how to treat me.
Mhm.
Right,
Regardless
right.
of if I'm misinterpreting things or not, your son should know how to speak up for himself.
But she should have
Exactly.
just called it out. Hey, didn't
Yeah.
we just have this conversation that you wouldn't blindside me, and here
She
you are
should
doing it.
have.
She should have brought it to his
You
attention.
right.
Here you
She
are
too
doing it
nice.
again, right when it was happening.
Because
Oh
Why
my
did
Michelle
God.
did.
you do that?
Michelle said, we're not going to talk
Thank
about this
you.
here.
Thank you.
Why do
Thank
you do
you.
the same thing instead of going like
Thank
this?
you.
Crossing her
Maybe maybe
arms.
it's that maybe it's that 20-year age difference. Cause you right, Joe. Cause I was on Michelle with no voice and all. Hey, this is not what we were supposed to talk about. I
You
don't
gave a
like this.
nudge. If you can't
Fuck
say
y'all.
nothing, you should have nudged him.
Right,
So
because you was
then,
right there. Now
so
the mama, maybe she felt a little. I mean, the what's the name? Maybe she felt a little, overpowered. Because like she said, I felt like I was pounced on because she did have the brother and whomever that lady was.
They
So
weren't
maybe
she
that was
saying
was
a
that.
little
only
wrong.
feeling
They
attacked
weren't. They
because
weren't. They
no,
weren't.
but she was
But
only feeling attacked because she didn't attack back.
you're
That's
right.
the
You're
problem.
right. Because she should have said something. And Josh pissed me off because how he sat there all nonchalantly. But did y'all notice that he did not look at her one time when he started talking all that
Mm-hmm.
bullshit? He did not look at her one time. Now, you got me once when you had me with your auntie and your mom and my people, and you talked about this and that. You blindsided me. Now so I brought that up. I learned from my mistake. I talked about it because this time I specifically told you I'm not about to have nobody with me. So you need to be on my side. Oh no, love, I've got you. There's no problem, love. I've got you. And then he goes in and does the same thing. She should have turned around with them little eyebrows and been like, "Hey, boo, the fuck, bruh? Like, why are you doing this?" I was screaming at the TV. I was so mad that she only did that in confession and didn't speak up. So that
But
was
I
my
was
problem with
also
her, that
mad
she didn't speak up to him
at the
and the
fact
family.
that all that happened and ensued. And then she turned around and was like, he says that, maybe we don't need to be together. Basically, he said that to something to that effect, right? So
That's
why
the
are you
third
crying
time.
about it though? He done
That's the
already threw
third
it
time.
under the bus. To me, whether he likes it or not, he agreed to, what she requests. She asked a simple request, and it was very disrespectful, but he did that. I have to, this time I was on Kathy's side about how he handled
Yeah,
that
yeah.
because he
I
could have shut that down. He could have.
He could have, but you got to realize he's not gonna shut down with his mom, because when he was talking to her on the beach and she tried to bring it up and be like, "Hey, side note, you didn't have my back over here, bruh, about this shit or whatever." The first thing he said, "Oh, well, let me talk about this," and she was like, "Well,
Give
why
her
you talking
that.
about this? Why you talking about this?" "Oh, because maybe I'm feeling this way because you're feeling about my mom." Okay, so I understand mama's boys, but you like a whole bitch with that shit with your mom. And
Ooh.
he, yeah, I said it. I said it. I've dated mama's boys. And I understand the difference between like the mama's boy, how you treat him, because you do want someone to treat you how they're gonna treat their mom. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that. But we're married now. I understand we're still brand new and new, but you might not take my side first over my mom's, but you need to understand it.
But
He had no
not only that,
understanding. He
not
had
only
no
that,
understanding about her side,
but
and
not
then got mad. And then when she said, "Well, I'm just trying to talk to you," well, no, I'm just trying to say, because well, if my mama didn't like you, she wouldn't have had you to the house. That's what pissed me off.
Take a
If my
breath.
mama didn't like you, I'm
Take a
sorry.
little
I know
breath.
I
Take a
was
breath.
pissed. I know. I'm sorry.
Take
Go
a breath.
ahead, Lovey.
Woo!
Yeah, because that shit had me hot. If my
But I
mama
did
didn't like
say
you,
when we
she
started,
wouldn't
I
have
am
brought you to
mad
the
at a
house.
couple, and she has expressed and demonstrated how mad she is with this couple.
Okay,
right.
sorry. Okay. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
mute
Really,
myself. I'm gonna mute myself, America. Y'all go ahead, cause I'm hot. They got me on here like charity case in the first couple episodes. Go ahead.
goodness gracious, barely get a word in edgewise.
No.
But with the mom, she messy boots too, so the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Because as she knows that he's a part of this experiment, let him do his own thing. Let him figure it out on his own and stop inserting yourself
Yeah.
into their relationship. So, yeah, the mom, she messy boots too. So, I really, really like them. I just really hate that they're on the decline, and they have the potential of just being able to talk it out. That's the problem. They're not able to communicate with one another. I think if they go back to that, because they started there, where they did have a good system of communicating, but something, well, I know it fell off when she was, she said what she said, and he
Mm-hmm.
said what
I
he
feel
said.
like they had what's called infatuation. I don't feel like they
Yeah.
ever really had anything. It
Well,
was called infatuation. He got the milk from the cow real early. And I think that piece spoiled it. I mean, because there's so many people in this 3 month now experiment that haven't even got to that level, and so that I feel that has a lot to do with their disconnect. And I would love for them to just totally disconnect and stop wasting our time. And I would love not to see them past this commitment ceremony.
No, I disagree,
oh,
Ja,
I
because
want to
I
see
liked
them.
them. Yeah, I'm with you, Lovey. I liked them, and I understand when the experts said, and what is that? Australian Pastor Cal said, "I like you guys. You guys were one of our strongest couples in the beginning." I agree with that because they had a connection. The thing that gets me is that, and I don't know if maybe I'm biased because I feel that quote unquote I'm better than that, or I don't even want to say I'm better than that. However, I see things on TV and you would like to think that you would react different, and the quote is, I would like to think that I will react differently. However, we don't know. But you guys had this connection in the beginning, and you got off track because he brought up issues about your self-esteem and about your, possible jealousy. So then when you came back, you guys didn't get together, and oh, it's bad and it's wrong, and we've been bad since then. So now I don't know if the touch on the knee is going to happen. Now I don't know if he likes me sexually. He does all of this. I think their issues are so crazy to me because y'all were fine. Y'all had like a regular ass argument. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm telling
I
you, in
don't
the
know. i'm
beginning,
i'm,
they
I'm
had
done
a
on
good
them.
system where
They did.
they had a really, really good communication system. Because even like one of the first few commitment ceremonies, when they, not commitment ceremonies, the dinner, when they came in and they made sure that they were both on the same page, I was like, oh, okay, y'all communicate. But the minute that her self esteem kicked in, that's when all bets were off. So,
I feel like I kind of really disagree with that because I feel like in the beginning she was playing nice, and it's the same thing like they say in the beginning of a relationship that people show up as their representative, and then there was things about her that she could no longer hide. And then that began to get under his skin, and then vice versa. And it to me, it's becoming a vicious cycle from this point. It's like they're at the point of no return because they don't know how to turn this back around. They can't take back things that happened. And I don't know if they're mature enough to get over those things. I
No,
don't
that's
think
it.
they're mature enough to be like, you know what, your mama's opinion don't count.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it. I mean, it's the maturity factor.
Your mama's opinion don't count. Yeah, I I don't know. I was on Josh's side for a minute because I felt that Kathy with the blanking out and just not communicating with him was not ideal. Not only because they have a small window, but because they have a small window. Does that make sense? So this window, if you're gonna do this, what I think that people should understand is you have to do out of the ordinary for yourself. Everything is accelerated. So if you are used to being with someone and saying, okay, bet in 3 months we about to do this, and then in 4 months I'm gonna meet his family, and then in 6 months if he like me, well, no, then I'm gonna meet his family. Then we're gonna do this A, B, and C, blah blah blah. With these type of arrangements, I don't even want to call it an experiment, but
It
these
is. It's an
arrangements,
arranged marriage.
right,
Mm-hmm.
that you've
Yeah.
signed up for, everything is accelerated. So you need to, I know everybody's going to have their representative on for defense mechanism. However, you need to be a little bit vulnerable. That's when you can tell, all right, bet this ain't going to work because he doesn't have his or she doesn't have her full representative on board, and we not about to do this. So at least I know, and I can give and I can give. That's what
But
I thought about maybe Lizzie. Like Lizzie should have been like, okay, well, this and that, blah blah. But if you want to go ahead and do it all again,
yeah,
you should be like the most open person on earth. And she
yeah.
on my nerves, but we'll
But
talk about
but
her in a
that's
minute.
the whole part of the whole arranged marriage thing because they are so young. They have this
Not all of them.
idea. Well, Steve and Michelle, they're just set in their ways. But people have romanticized what
Marriage.
marriage means.
You sure right.
Okay.
You sure right,
So
Lovey.
when they get into it, when they've, haven't come close to getting married, all they've had is just like one bad relationship after the other, they don't know that it's actual work. You can't just say, you know what, I quit, I'll quit you, I'm good, you go your way, I'll go mine. No, it's not that easy. It's
Mhm.
work, but it's only as hard as you allow it to
Make
be.
it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not compatible, I dig that and I understand that.
Yeah.
So that makes it harder. But if you are, it's damn near like let flow. Like in watching these, America, we're watching this one, Australia, and we're some of us are watching the other one for the US, which is the New Orleans. But now all of us on this panel have watched this show in other seasons, multiple seasons, which is why we're here today to give you all this goodness. So we're understanding what everybody is going through. Only one person on this panel is in a married, committed relationship, and then the other one other person on this panel is in a committed relationship. So we understand what you need to do to go through and blah blah blah. Okay. However, I as a single person. I think that I don't know. I think that they should understand that this is a serious thing. Hey, if they do it in the US to where they are doing the generations, well, I'm going to say generations, older generations as they are in Australia, if they bring that to the US, I'm going to let y'all know and we will be able to give y'all the first hand, and this is an exclusive for Live Laugh and Lovey. I Iva C, or I'm sorry, I C Lou, because y'all don't know my name, will do the experiment. I'll do it.
Oh boy.
Let's do it.
Okay, thank you. I was waiting for it. I was like, what? Oh, okay.
Go for
All right, bring it to her city.
All
She'll be
right.
ready.
All
Hey,
right.
bring it to my city, or they already went to Dallas, which is 4 hours away. Go to Memphis. That's an hour and a half. I'll do that. Go to Memphis. I'm there.
Okay. All
Boom.
right. Can we talk about Casey and
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all do that because I'm so mad about Casey and them damn stuffed animals. First of all, I'm waiting on Ja to talk about them stuffed animals because
Wait
I've
a
been
minute.
waiting
Well,
on her
let me
because
start.
everything I think about is the twins. Nope,
But before you
I'm not
start,
starting shit. I'm
before
on
you,
mute.
before you go into them,
Yeah.
I was right along with Michael and Stacy laughing in the commitment ceremony talking about the stuffed animals. Okay,
Yeah.
and they was mad. Like, what you laughing at? Other people's holding it in. I was like, this. Iva has literally fell out, people. But anyways, go ahead, Jonah. I'm
I
sorry.
just want to say, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And hold on, I'm sorry. And it looked like some voodoo doll for me because everybody know I don't do that voodoo and demonic crap. It looked really spooky, and that shit would have been out the door.
It was
Okay,
Rick and Morty. It was Rick and Morty.
I don't give a damn. It looks demonic.
It looks
So,
demonic and Morty, huh?
right, I was like, you were grown. You 31, 32. Okay, and then you and your housemate. That's another issue. Okay,
Say it, say it, say it. Tell them what the
it's
housemate is, though. You're not understanding.
it's a female. Okay,
No, it doesn't matter that it's a female. It's a
X,
housemate.
An
no.
X.
X.
It's
Or
an X.
I missed that part.
Exactly.
I missed that
Exactly.
part.
Yeah.
But your
'Cause I
housemate
got.
she give you stuffed animals? That was
Yep.
suspect to me right there. I was
Yep.
like, what kind of, and this stuffed animals, they ain't even cute.
Yep.
like
And
he's
yeah,
40.
right,
Thing.
right. She doing it. She's sending you something that she knows specifically that you know, or that you like, because that's not just a regular ass stuffed animal or teddy as they call it. That's a specific character that she probably know that you like. So that's another problem. And she didn't come to the
Insider.
wedding. Insider hashtag Johnny Insider. She didn't go to the wedding, and she wasn't there when they was there for groom's wink. I'm going on mute. Y'all go ahead and talk.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so fast forward, she's at his home. She's visiting his home, and
There-
there's more stuffed animals.
There's more.
Okay, now I don't believe in going and walking into somebody's house or life and rearranging their furniture. She was pretty aggressive there.
Yeah.
Come on, time and place. You've only known this man, I'm just gonna imagine maybe 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But I probably would have said, I don't know, for me, major turn off, especially with the big unicorn looking thing. Like, wait a minute, Drew, did he man up with her and told her he ain't gonna do that? He let her know, like, I got my stuffed animals back. He was serious about it though. And he said that this other one had a meaning. I'm like, what kind of man is this? He said, I will not
Yeah.
get rid of him. But the big white one.
The unicorn.
The rainbows and unicorns.
But he said it had, because he's a musician, right? So he said it had
Cleophas?
something to do with, they took it on the road with them or something.
What's his
Mhm.
name? Cleophas? Or
But who gave it to you though? What are you
housemaid.
savoring these
The
memories with?
housemaid.
Yes. And he said no other women had an issue with that.
She ain't gonna stay too long either.
Yeah, because you went
exactly,
on the
Joe? Because you were
experiment,
single.
okay?
You single. When he said that, I was like, but you single, sir. So
So for me, that's just like somebody holding on and still wearing like their wedding ring from their last marriage. So I know it's a purposeless stuffed thing, but it has some meaning to it, and
Of
that's
course.
what the issue is. And so I understand where she is with that. Like, you got to get rid of this.
So that's what I'm saying. When I said a couple of weeks ago, okay, I'm gonna let this one little scientist go while we on our honeymoon. But going forward, oh no, all that got to go because there's some hidden meanings behind those stuffed animals. So
Sorry.
I'm just saying. I mean, because remember I said when we get back, to everyday life, I need to have a sit down and talk with old girl. All right, this right here, this gonna have to stop.
true.
This not gonna work.
I
This right here gotta stop. Go ahead, Ivan.
I understand what you're saying. You got to talk to old girl. We see that she was strategically gone for this week when they were coming. Now, if I'm coming home, maybe I'll be gone for like a day or something, but I'm gone for a whole week. That's an issue with me too. Because now I don't have any type of I don't want to say confrontation, but talking with you. But she didn't come to the wedding either. That's a
Hmm.
problem. And she wasn't there for that week. This is so, let's see. We had our wedding, we went for our honeymoon, and now we come back. This is a week. This is like within 2, 3 weeks. So you're just conveniently gone, and your ex, I got a problem. So I'm talking to him about it, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. Now, when I get there to the house and you have all these stuffed animals, I don't agree maybe with the animals. However, I don't agree with him going for coffees and coming back and all his ish is gone. I don't
Hmm.
agree with that. I,
Especially with it not being his house alone.
well, but I think she kind of knew that it was only his stuff. I wasn't worried about that, but I'm thinking that she already knew it was only his stuff, but still, the fact that you went through his stuff, and then at the end he was like, "Well, okay, I understand that, blah blah blah," and then she gonna say in the little confessions, and she says, "Well, at least there's only one stuffed animal left." Okay, Heffa, I don't like that. Put him in a pile, let him discuss them, but don't go around the whole house and grab stuff because it's something that you don't know what this man has had from his birth, his history. You don't know if he has some kind of
Well, he had a dusty ass CD case that clearly needed to be thrown out.
no, you tried it.
I mean, so clearly he did need someone to come along and play Molly Maid.
Okay, bet. But you don't know what he needed, and he exerted that. I'm not gonna be bullied into getting rid of any of my shit.
Hmm.
Basically, you're gonna have to let me figure it out. And that I haven't had any woman that had a problem with it. Now that's a catch 22 because it's like, okay, either them heifers didn't care, and like y'all said, they was only one offs, or they was like, we not, we not worried about it, or you kind of put your foot down. But he almost tried to put his little foot down on that.
Hmm.
I just still don't agree with her just going through and swiping all his stuff while he was gone for coffees and throwing it in the garbage. I just don't like that. I don't.
Sorry, I didn't like that either. However, I would have had a conversation about the stuffed animals.
Hmm.
I would have, just like somebody said here, I would have had a conversation, especially about that big one. Um, sorry. I mean,
He was adamant about that big one.
yeah, I would want to know more about it,
Right.
and I was just, and then what's the relationship? I would ask more questions about what's the relationship between you and your housemate. That those two things. I mean, the stuffed animals, they
Yep.
really do got to go. And I would have been, once we start getting near to the experiment being over, then that's when I'll be like, okay, so how are we gonna work with these stuffed animals?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What can you give up?
Yep.
So what's the difference between what Casey did and what Stacy is doing?
What, as far as with them bathing suits?
I didn't like how she just went through the house trying to scrub it with the fine
That's
tooth
nasty.
comb.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is
like.
nasty.
No,
No,
I didn't like how he brought up them old ass bathing suits from other people.
Hold on. Can we
He
talk
was
about the
bullshit.
house? Can we just talk about the house first?
His house was
Is that a nice?
fresh. His house was fresh, but it's not children friendly. When you first walk in, you got all them stairs. That house is not kid friendly. But that also let me know too when she walked in, it is beautiful. I can see us making a house. I said, oh, there come that gold digger coming back. There
right.
come
I
that
said
gold
that
digger coming.
too.
Cause
Right.
I'm not raising no kids in that where I have to go up to the second level to get to everything to raise my kid. You got two ass little kids, boo boo.
Well, okay, this is what I'll get. In my house, you have to walk up the stairs to get to the living room, everything else. So I do see that, but we didn't see downstairs. It might have just been like a walkway. We just walk upstairs.
No, but the bedrooms
It
are
didn't look like
upstairs
it was.
because
I
he
was gonna
took the
say it didn't look
suitcases
like
up
it.
there.
I was gonna say it didn't look like it. Yeah, exactly. It didn't look like it was no downstairs.
Right. So it's the same thing. Like when you walk in my house, you got to walk upstairs.
Right.
So yeah. So
Everything is upstairs.
right. So I think the way he has it set up, it's clearly a bachelor.
It is.
It's clearly and you can't tell if he has a kid himself. Right there,
Because his
exactly.
baby is little. Exactly. I think
Right.
he had that spot before he had the baby.
Hmm.
That's
But
probably
the
how he got
house,
the
but
baby, because he got the
that
key to the house.
house
Oh,
should be how Yvonne's house should be looking.
you're right.
True. I didn't like how she was like, "You only have donuts in here." He been with you.
And that's what he said. I cleared out. I wouldn't have no full refrigerator too. So he was right with that. But hold on, did y'all peep there was a bathtub in the bedroom? Did y'all peep that?
Yeah.
Right above the TV.
No,
There
I
was a
must have missed
bathtub.
that.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I saw.
remind me what he
I
does
saw.
for a living. What does he do for a living?
What does he do? Does he have a like a vending company? He manufactures something, and then it's outsourced to companies.
Okay. So he got some sense somewhere.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He just, him and his drinking, that's one thing. And he can't commit. But hold on. How everybody else with their little issues, Stacey know how to work it.
What you mean?
She knows how to
Pick her
work it.
battles.
Oh,
She
yeah.
he knows how to work it. He kissed that man looking girl. So what? I'm still in I'm still in it. I'm going to shape him until he likes me, because this is what
because I need a father for my kids.
well, no, she needs stability. That's what it's, because it say law student still, law graduate. She's a law graduate, and that house was fat. And I'm pretty sure there's other bedrooms that can be tailored to some kids' rooms.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So
Of
he
course,
needs.
because he has a child, so it's at least one bedroom. But they're gonna need to have at least two, because I think he has a girl, right? So maybe that baby's gonna need her own. But then them two babies that she has can be in that one room. She needs to see if she can work it, that house. I think she looked at it from a gold digger's perspective instead of a parental perspective. I mean, she's doing a lot of compromising, because after that fool would have brought them old ass bathing suits from random yachties to me, I would have been like, I don't even want to swim no more, fool. She still was like, I'm gonna swim. Give me some of your shorties. Give me no your
He
footies.
was
Give me some of
single
your
before.
footies.
He was
He was
Right.
single before. I dig it. However, that was his bad, because he shouldn't even brought that up. He should have just been like, oh, you're gonna get in. Oh, hey, it's us. Let the people leave. These cameras leave. Let's get in. I didn't bring no, what did I say? I didn't bring no swimmers. I didn't bring no swimmers. Let's get in there. Let's skinny dip. It's just me and you. Bet.
Yeah, that's what
Got
I
it.
was thinking. I was like, why don't they
Yeah,
just skinny dip? It's not like
exactly.
they ain't seen each other's uglies before, so quit
Right,
playing.
because they didn't bump them. So they seen each other's uglies. So when that fool talking about, he jumped, he was excited. Oh, I have something for you. And she was like, oh, what? He couldn't even say like, oh, it was. First of all, I think with Stacy, he probably would have got off better if he'd have been like, oh, well, yep, this is my bachelor pad. I used to have so many hoes. I got outfits for every size.
She would have found issue with that because she making it seem like he shouldn't have lived a bachelor's life as a single man
I think
prior
she
to
gave
her.
that to him. I understood that, because she still went with it. But you're not about to try to give me nobody else's old ass
like giving
drawers.
No,
somebody
Do
someone
that.
else's underwear.
no, I
Right.
get
So
that.
then
No.
she was like, give me your stuff. She got in his and was like, I'm still gonna get, she was still willing to get in a pool. That's what I'm saying. Me, I probably would have been like, I ain't even getting in this pool no more with you. I'm so over that.
No, I get that. Totally get that. He was totally wrong on that front. But like when they went into, girl, he had a media room. I was like, oh my God, what is the square footage on this
And
place?
she didn't want to sit. I don't want to sit
Yeah,
on
she didn't
that
want to sit in a
one,
chair.
I
because
think that's why she holds it on. Let me suck this up. Let me, she sees the light at the end of
of
the
the
tunnel.
tunnel.
Go
I
ahead, I'm high
forgave what
five
she
you,
said when
Stacey.
she first walked in,
I'm
John.
not gonna
I
let you.
forgave him for the allegations of cheating. She didn't say I forgave him for cheating. I forgave him for the allegations of
Well, that
cheating,
was the lawyer in her talking.
because I love him. And now we're going to see his house.
They had to
Yeah.
prove more. They had to prove more.
That
I think
house
that's
with
all she was
that
doing was
pool with
being
the
a lawyer.
sound
That's
wall, like
all
he
she was
was
being a
built
lawyer. She's
across the
practicing.
subway.
All
But
right.
they all
So,
lie.
what's your predictions for next week?
Bye, Josh. Bye, Kathy. Bye, Steve. Bye, Michelle. I won't miss you.
dang. You didn't cut
You
4
think
people out? So what's your prediction?
I predict next week there will be no more Alex and Yvonne, and the secret's going to come
Oh,
out.
dang. No more Alex and Yvonne. You got 3 couples
Alex is gay?
No, I think, yeah. Uh,
out?
Alex is gay. I was waiting for Lovey because I wanted to see your face, and there we have it. If y'all can see it, America, she's got the old face. Oh, Alex is gay.
No, she's
her,
bisexual, apparently. Bisexual?
Alex is gay.
we have not yet to see her kiss Yvonne.
Or touch,
Yeah, we haven't
or
seen.
feel him
Oh, so
as
she's
a
doing the exact opposite of
the others.
Tosh.
Tasha.
Tosh,
Tosh.
right?
Yeah.
She should have got with Tosh. Actually, what's funny is I don't think that she'd have been good with Tosh. Maybe she would have dominated Tosh, but she should have been. She would have been good with Amanda
There's
Oh
also
my
been
because
God.
they're
with,
both boss bitches. She would have been
well,
good with Amanda.
but yeah, but so Tosh, I mean not Tosh, Drew and Casey remind me of Mickey and Natasha. And I think there's gonna be trouble in paradise with them as well. We're gonna
Of
see
course,
once they
because he
share
got
this
stuffed
house because
animals.
again, people probably gonna be laughing about these goddamn stuffed animals because they're gonna be raised up again, the topic.
I think Seb and the other
Liz.
girls are Seb and Lizzie are gonna do okay. Lizzie kind of got on my nerves because I was like, she was sabotaging at first. I said, because she's scared. And I said, well, if she was, if she was gonna be that scared, her ass shouldn't even come back to, do what she's doing. But he's a trainer. So anything that she's doing, he's gonna say unhealthy is unhealthy. And she is a little thin. She could use a burger. So with him, so if she was unhealthy, maybe that was the word he was saying because that's his training. He's like a whole physical trainer. I don't think that he was feeling a certain way. She was like, he doesn't have the right to say anything like I'm
You can say whatever you
unhealthy.
want.
Right. Well, he can't say whatever he want, but everybody else on the panel be like,
Fact.
"No, I'm done." But like, nah, I gotta debate this. So I'm thinking he's my husband, and he's a whole person. So if I'm gonna think about or care about what anybody says, it's gonna be at least this person. So with him being her husband and needing to tell her she's unhealthy, I think that she should have at least listened to him and maybe thought about, okay, well, this is what he's thinking and try to rationalize with him instead of being like, oh, I'm out of here and leave. However, I was glad that when she left, she did still go to his area. She didn't just like leave and go to her own house. She did go to his area to continue the experiment.
Yep. All right. Ja, prediction. Oh, no, you already gave your prediction, right?
I
Okay.
get mine.
Well,
Oh, Johnny and Connie. It's it's an unknown. It can go either way with them.
I think they might be on the up and up. But I do predict that Michelle and Steve, they're gone. They're out. Josh and Kathy, I'm hoping that they can pull it together at least for another week. I'm
Johnny and
praying.
Connie about to be on the leave. They gone too because she gonna
No,
say stay and he gonna say nah. I don't think that we have progressed enough.
yeah, I think that Michelle and Steve is going to be one more week because he's going to confess to her.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to confess to her and say, you know what? I am becoming physically attracted to you, and
And
this
she
is the
goes,
reason why. And I think he's going to come out because I think Steve is he's holding back. I believe he is. He's holding back a lot,
mm.
and
Can
he
I
might.
also
And,
add that at this point, I am really sick and tired of Connie. Um,
Oh
no, because at
my
this point,
god!
you think that getting touched while you're sliding on a skateboard, John. I want Connie to just go in on for the move, and
Why
then
she didn't jump on him when he was hugging her job, when he was hugging her and
Because
they
you
were skateboard?
don't know if you've never had the
Nah,
proper.
she ain't no virgin no more. Why you didn't jump on it or why you didn't fall?
but if she
And
did that,
fall on
he
him.
probably would withstand some more of her shit.
that's true.
I
I
guess.
agree.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out next week. We'll find out who stays, who goes. It's the Australian version of American Race. All right. Well, that is our time, good people. Thank you so much for joining us, lending us your ears and your eyes as you watch the screen or you listen to us talk. Be sure to catch our episodes also on YouTube, as well as right here on Pop Break and popbreak.com. Thank you so much, ladies. I shall talk to you later.